All right, so you want to do a deep dive on the 2026 World Cup contenders, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's get into it.
Well, this article you sent, 2026 FIFA World Cup, top contenders. Seems like a pretty good place to start.
Yeah, for sure. It lays out like who to watch and, we can see if we agree with their picks and all that.
Yeah, cool. So the World Cup's coming up fast, and it feels like every tournament's just getting more and more competitive.
Oh, totally. And this one with 48 teams, it's going to be wild.
Real. So let's talk about some of these teams. The article highlights a few big names right off the bat. Argentina, France, Brazil.
Yeah, the usual suspects. But like you said, with this many teams, there's always room for some surprises.
Okay, so Argentina first. Defending champs, Copa America winners in 24.
And they're looking really good, honestly.
Yeah, they've got some serious young talent. Julian Alvarez, Enzo Fernandez.
Those guys are already world class, and they just seem to get better every time I see them play.
Right. And then there's all this talk about Messi coming back. Maybe not to play, but like as a mentor.
Oh, man. Can you imagine, like, the impact that would have on the team?
Seriously. Just his presence alone would be huge.
Totally. Especially in those high-pressure moments. Like, think back to that penalty shootout against the Netherlands in quarterfinals.
Oh, yeah, that was intense.
Exactly. Now imagine Messi's there on the sidelines, lending his experience, helping those younger players stay calm.
That's a good point. I hadn't even thought about that. But yeah, Argentina's definitely a force to be reckoned with.
No doubt about it.
Okay, so moving on to France. They always seem to be right there in the mix.
Yeah, consistently in the top four, it feels like. But, they've got some question marks, too.
Like what? They have Mbappe, Chouameni?
Yeah, some incredible individual talent.
Hmm.
But sometimes I feel like they struggle to play as a team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see that. Sometimes it feels like they rely too much on those individual moments of brilliance.
Right. Like, remember when they lost to Switzerland in the Euros?
Oh, yeah. That was a shocker.
Totally. And it just goes to show that individual talent can only take you so far.
True. They're going to need to find a way to gel as a team if they want to go all the way.
Exactly.
All right, what about Brazil? Always a contender, but they've had some, well, maybe not disappointments, but...
I get what you mean. I think they're kind of in a transition phase, experimenting with new formations, new tactics.
Yeah, and that can lead to some inconsistency.
For sure. But you saw their Copa America performance, right?
Yeah, they look pretty good there.
Yeah.
Especially against Uruguay.
Oh, man, they absolutely dismantled them in the semifinal.
Right, so maybe they're starting to figure things out.
I think so. And you can never count out that Brazilian attacking talent, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo Endrick.
Talk about a scary front line.
Seriously. But they're going to need more than just individual brilliance to win it all.
What do you mean?
Well, they need a clear tactical plan, especially against teams that know how to defend in a disciplined way.
Ah, I see your point. So we've got Argentina, France, Brazil, all looking pretty strong.
Yeah, for sure. But let's not forget about some of the other contenders. This article mentions Spain, Germany, and even the United States.
Ooh, yeah. Spain. They're kind of back, aren't they?
Big time. They won the Euros, and they're playing some really attractive football.
It's that possession-based style, right?
Exactly. It can be so frustrating to play against them because they just keep the ball moving.
And they've got some serious young talent, too. Pedri Gavi.
Those guys are special. They're so technically gifted, and they just seem to have this natural understanding of the game.
Yeah, I've been impressed with what I've seen. So Spain's definitely a threat.
Without a doubt.
What about Germany? They've been a bit up and down lately.
Yeah, they're kind of in a rebuilding phase. But you can never count them out in a World Cup.
They always seem to find a way.
Exactly. And they've got a new manager, Julian Nagelsmann.
He's supposed to be pretty good, right?
One of the best tactical minds in the game. People are saying he could be the key to unlocking Germany's full potential.
Interesting. So they could be a dark horse?
Definitely want to watch.
And finally, we have the United States co-hosting this time around.
Yeah, home field advantage could be huge for them.
Right, and they've got some decent players. Pulisic, Reina.
Yeah, some real talent there. But they still lack experience at the highest level.
So you think they're a long shot?
I wouldn't say that, anything can happen in a World Cup, but they definitely need to exceed expectations to make a deep run.
Okay. So it sounds like we've got a mix of established powers and potential underdogs. It's going to be an interesting tournament for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what makes it so exciting. Any one of these teams could lift the trophy.
It really makes you wonder, though, are we overlooking anyone? Is there a team out there, maybe not mentioned in this article, that could surprise us all?
It's a good question. It's definitely something to think about as we get closer to kickoff.
For sure. All right, well, I think this has been a great overview. Thanks for breaking it all down.
No problem. Happy to do it.
All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning into this deep dive on the 2026 World Cup contenders. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more deep dives on all sorts of topics. And until next time, keep exploring.